Welcome to Keith and the Girl. I'm Keith Malley.
And I'm Buddy Rick.
Oh, God damn it. We should have worked this out. Our buddy Blaine is here. Hello, Blaine. How are you?
Hello, doing good.
I loved talking to Blaine. A lot of people did. We'll get to that. But good to see you. And joining us from the same Keith and the Girl chat room, Buddy Rick. Hello, Rick.
Hey, what's good, guys?
I'll tell you what's good. Before the show starts, I asked the guest just for a mic check. What did you have? What did you have to eat? Of course, that could be problematic, but I go for it anyway. And what did we have to eat, Buddy Rick?
Ribeye steak.
What did we have to eat, Blaine?
Ribeye steak.
How did we cook the steak, Buddy Rick?
Cast iron.
How did we cook the steak, Blaine?
In a cast iron.
Did you use butter, Rick?
Hey, truer words were never uttered. Everything's better buttered.
Did you use butter, Blaine?
Yes.
Are you roommates?
More like soulmates.
Yeah.
Is this you're both from Texas, right?
Yeah, I was born in Houston originally.
Look at this.
And I'm in Houston, so yeah.
Oh my God. I'd ask you what you're watching on TV, but my brain would fucking explode. So never mind. Never mind that. This person writes in, hey, I remember when Keith and the Girl had actual comedians on and not just regular people. And I took the time to write back. I said, who would you like to see? And they said, why won't you answer the question? So, all right, not everybody is pleased. I'm pleased. And yes, of course, 20 years of Keith and the Girl, we had people who weren't necessarily comedians that people love. My ex-roommate, Adam Brown. Who doesn't love Adam Brown? I talked to him just today, as a matter of fact. He texted me, whenever I transfer money between my bank accounts, I put blowjobs in the memo. Chase thinks I'm blowing myself. See? You don't got to go to school for that kind of fucking mentality, that humor.
Sure he's not a comedian?
Right? No, he's not a comedian because when he brings up something that was already referenced earlier, he doesn't make a big fucking production about it, calling it a callback and taking a bow. It's called a conversation, and he knows how to have it. So no, he's not. I love Blaine, this person, Greg says.
Ooh.
Yeah. Well, this is funny, too. I love Blaine, and then in parentheses, SP question mark, like spelling. And he spelled it wrong, Blane. Never mind, I put the person's name in the title, but okay, not offensive at all. I love Blaine. In the end, I can only look at myself, but I too was in an abusive relationship, and the person's drugs helped convince me the relationship can work out. I was thinking the relationship was better than nothing. It of course wasn't, and I'm a year free from the asshole's grip. And Blaine, by the way, and this time he got it right, Blaine. I guess he's covering all his bases.
Sometimes. Yeah, that A key can be a little tricky sometimes.
He put the situation in great context. I love him, and I'll try to check out the chat room soon. Sounds like an awesome group of people. Also, I played this episode to a new person I'm dating, and it helped explain what I was trying to say. I love the eclectic group of people you've been having on, and as I've been listening for the full 2 decades, keep it up. Greg, yes, with 3 G's. I didn't stutter. Gregg. P.S. I'm also glad you covered a little bit of Ironheart with Blaine and made the flying Iron Man suit and zombies kind of make sense. Also released the Epstein files. If I could, I would, my friend. Yeah, I did see the Marvel Zombies, and one of the main characters is the girl from Ironheart. And if you see how that suit is flying around by itself that she walks around with, that's her AI friend. And no, it doesn't really make any sense, but it was good to talk about. Also, speaking about the chat room, we had poker on Wednesdays. Now we're up to 3 games so that nobody feels left out, but you can play all 3 at once if you want. But I decided that none of those games will count this last Wednesday. And just so everybody could just, play easy breezy. There was no main game last Wednesday, but I'll pick one for next week, and I look very forward to it. KeithandtheGirl.com/chat, of course, every Wednesday evening. How great was my new buddy, Rick? I have 2 children, this letter says, and would love it if he was my kid's teacher any day of the week.
Hey, there we go.
He gets it, he cares, and that's simply not the norm. I agreed. Keep fighting the good fight and fuck anyone thinking the U.S. military should be fighting its own civilians. Yes, it's very scary, and I'm glad your show keeps me sane by acknowledging the bullshit around us. I also loved hearing the various late-night talk show clips on Jimmy Kimmel. as well as the sellout clips of politicians and leaders who obviously sold out our country. Who are, and then parentheses, humans united against Republicans? Like Keith said another time, you can always leave the party. They'll be happy to take you back after they stop gaslighting you into thinking hate is good. Thanks, your pal Pete. Look at this. So I thought, look, you're beloved. I love you. Let's have you on together. And I was thinking Blaine can cover sports and politics. Rick can cover the new Taylor Swift album. And I think we're going to have a real good time today. All
This is
right.
going to be the shortest podcast ever.
We talked fairly recently on Keith and the Girl about the Rapture. And it even made it in CNN's 5 Things You Should Know of the day. That it became such a big deal, putting out memes. Some people saying, and they seemed real, that they sold their car, they quit work, blah blah blah. I know Sherry Shepherd. She was on The View. I think she's on another show now. When she was on The View, somehow I think it was the rapper Bob B.O.B. And he said he doesn't know if the Earth is flat or not, if the Earth is flat or not. And then what are words? And then just talking about her makes me dumber. And she goes, you know what, Whoopi Goldberg? You asked me if the Earth is flat. I don't know. I got bigger problems. I got to feed my kids in the morning, make sure they go to school. I never looked into it. And now she's saying when the rapture came when she was a kid in religious school. Or no, actually, she was a grown adult. She heard, though, from her religion that the rapture was coming, so she stopped paying her bills, she stopped paying everything, and somehow it led to 8 months in jail because she thought the rapture... Again, it's a fucking sin not to pay your bills. Don't sin when the fucking rapture's coming. That's when you're judged extra. That's when God really pays attention, to the final minutes.
Yeah, just steal when the looking glass is just like right on you.
Yeah, right. Yeah, fuck you. I made a deal to work or my landlord. No, I'm just gonna break it. Well, that's not the time to do it.
Fuck
well,
you, I want to stay.
Right. Kind of like it here. And that's the biggest way to do it, right? With no house and no whatever. It turns out that we misunderstood the day of the rapture. This pastor brought it up in South Africa where people somehow believed this guy and took it seriously. The guy says, hey, don't be mad at me. I said the wrong date because we use a different calendar than Jesus did in his day.
Dude, we've seen this movie before. Come on.
And he goes, it's actually supposed to be tonight between the 6th and the 7th. God didn't know that we would change the calendar. And so it went from the 23rd and 24th of September to actually tonight, the 6th and the 7th. What do you get out of it? Waiting a week or two. What do you get? A week that everybody comes the fuck down? CNN didn't show it this time.
You know, some people, when it didn't rapture, decided, well, fuck this, and we're doing everything. Now they're freaking out, probably.
Right. What kind of setup is that? It actually was to see how you do. Speaking of death, Jane Goodall died at 91. She used to talk to chimps. I think she was mental. Right? What'd she do? You're a teacher, Rick. I still see, I go to the zoo. First of all, it's one dumb animal after the fucking next. And people think dolphins are smart. They're just making it up. You can't tell what the fuck they're saying. And anytime I'm at a zoo, these monkeys, they're still throwing shit. What did she teach them?
So that's biology. I'm chemistry, man.
Oh, okay. Forget it then. Yeah, no one knows, right?
Yeah,
Jane Goodall, the renowned primologist, whose chimpanzee research in the Tanzania's Gombe Stream National Park, I assume that's a place, revolutionized understandings of animal intelligence. They're still doing the fucking tongue in the middle finger, these monkeys. I don't know. I'm not seeing anything great. I mean, rest in peace.
Smart enough to flip you off, man.
Right, they got that one right. Are you guys good at zoos? Like, do you appreciate a zoo? I remember the first time I saw a zebra come out, and it had like 3 feet to walk around. I'm like, I think I'm over this. This is fucking not good.
I went to the San Diego Zoo and I enjoyed it. And Houston's got a pretty good zoo, but I don't wake up in the morning and go like, man, I just really want to go to the zoo today.
Mhm.
Maybe I still think maybe if like you saw an example. First of all, these animals never fucking come out.
They're very shy. Yeah.
They're so shy. Quit putting rocks in their little fucking space. They love go or put a mirror behind the rock in the back. But I can't see a motherfucking thing, and it's always the good stuff you can't see. I can see 6,000 butterflies. Who gives a fuck? But we have a rhinoceros and a lion, and they're fucking on a lunch break.
Yeah, it's
Fuck.
always the cool animals that don't want to come out.
Yeah. And have a cool animal. I could see a tiger or something, but then have it on a skewer right after when you pick up your pictures. Give me something. They're the most boring fucking things, these zoos. Anyway, rest in peace. Sounds like a good person. Bright Dust says, very fun Keith and the Girls shows. Been sharing lately with my new fiance.
Congrats.
Wow. I thought going camping together was a test. Okay. And like finding out if someone you like knows how to kiss, she passed this test too. Yay. Anyway, I love JP McDade, and the VIP follow-up about Ms. Kirk's dating app was hilarious. Your secret is safe with me. You know what?
Wolf.
They got me. They got me. It's embarrassing, but over 21 years, or almost 21 years now of Keith and the Girl, somebody got me, and I reported fake news. And Charlie Kirk's wife does not indeed have a dating site for Catholics that she says she is on too. And I'm not taking back my apology of getting this wrong. Don't get me wrong. But it's so fucking believable when you come out after your husband died as a multi-fucking millionaire doing a grift of donate money to us and we'll get his word of hate even further. It's Hulk Hogan didn't come out to that many fireworks. And when you start doing that, and again, you're a multi-fucking millionaire asking for $10, $20 here and there. It's some sick shit that this didn't blow my fucking mind. But this was good news to me because I wasn't sure where I saw this, that I wouldn't have done extra research on it and just announce it. Our buddy Shoe Booty texted me today and said, my apologies for not fact checking that Erica Kirk meme before sending it to you. We have the source.
But it is believable.
It's so
Yeah.
believable.
Because look, I've dated some crap people. Like, listen to the last episode I was on, obviously.
Right.
But I think even if I died, they wouldn't be like showing off and doing all that like 2 weeks later. Like it's
Yeah.
it's insane. I mean,
And she couldn't, it's weird to say how people grieve. Maybe you wouldn't see me crying or whatever, just because. Who the fuck knows? Believe me, I cried it out.
Yeah.
That my wife died. But when I see you take tissue, dabbing nothing coming out of your eyes, it's performative and
but that is
it's a
what
lie.
happens. That is usually what happens when like the old man dies and the young wife is like,
Yeah.
oh,
Excuse me,
He
my
left me-
vapors.
he left me everything, the burden.
Right. It's like
Right.
there's nothing coming out of your eyes. That's all. It seemed believable enough, Shibuti said, to be honest, didn't even question it. Just like, yeah, that tracks from the multimillionaire widow who started a GoFundMe. Yeah, yeah, that's true. But yeah, I fucked up. I especially loved you two discussing the Riyadh Comedy Festival with JP McDade. Every one of them needs to admit they're broke and gambled all their money away or never bring up truth telling and bucking the system ever again in their lives. And of course, VR mini golf has to be better than regular. JP McDade was giving me a fake hard time, saying you're playing VR golf. You can't even do regular golf in that. You're playing mini golf. Well, one has a fucking whale that can eat your ball. The other's like in sand, out of sand, in sand. The most funnest part would be the carts, I bet. And I bet they don't have carts you can drive in VR regular golf.
If I'm playing VR, I'm actually hitting a ball as opposed to just missing it and cussing it out.
Yeah, how would that be fun? No, show me. I'm in a fucking haunted amusement park. That's golf. In regular golf, this person says, I know this course. It's the Aquarius course. In regular golf, a giant clam can swallow up your... Oh, in regular golf, can a giant clam shell swallow up your ball? Doubt it. Doubt it. In fact, the best part of regular golf are the golf carts. That's where I got it from. Are there VR six packs? The Rod and Karen Moore wrap ups always bring new stuff as well. And I'm a huge KATG VIP fan. And to Keith, always amazed how you remember so many things that Newsy brings up on Q&A that you remember. You're the funniest, pettiest person I feel I ever met, and I'm here for it. What the fuck is that?
Sounded like a compliment.
It sounded like a compliment at first.
You give two compliments and then you kind of like bring
Two
the person
compliments
back
and
down to earth, you
well,
know?
I
Yeah.
assume two compliments and a lie. Rojo Perez, Kevin Allison, and the new guest Gracie Kane, and all A plus. Congrats on being included in the podcast pantheon. If you weren't, I would have burned down a goddamn bookstore. Sorry, but I'm a Democrat. I like to burn. Well, not books. We don't burn books in all caps. Anyway, so fun to share the show, Bright Dust. Well, thank you. That's very fun. Yeah, Incognito wrote this on our forum. Someone like Bill Burr doesn't need that comedy Riyadh money. He has a long, successful career. He's liquid. So seeing him agree to this was a big disappointment, especially after all the podcast episodes of him going on and on about evils of money and billionaires and people being subjugated. It's difficult to see him nothing other than a hypocritical sellout now. It is something when you talk with so much passion about, a celebrity going to a place that's fucking bad news on the, fucking everything, fucking rape, slavery. There's so many ways they're subjugated in some of these places. Saudi
Right,
Arabia
but they
being up
they
there with
offered him
North
a lot of
Korea.
money. But they offered him a lot of money.
Right. And he's like, when these celebrities go there, what do they need? Literally, he goes, do they need how much bigger does your yacht need to be? Do you need that fifth house? He literally says, and then he's like, hey guys,
Well, he only has 3 houses, so
I want a boat.
yeah.
Yeah.
What's the deal with Cheerios? Like, how can you be deep again? It is a little upsetting. The festival included Dave Chappelle, Bill Burr, Louis C.K. There's so many people. I wonder if they all talk to each other. It's like, if you do it, I'll do it. You get 10 people to do it, I'll do 10 people to do it. Because if they cancel all of us, there's no more comedy. So they're gonna have to let us go if they can't arrest all of us. Kevin Hart, Pete Davidson, whose dad died in 9/11. Okay. Wendy Cummings, Andrew Schultz, Aziz Ansari. These are multimillionaires. Jim Jeffries, Joe Coy, Sebastian Maniscalco, Mark Norman, Tom Segura, Bobby Lee, Jeff Ross, and more. You don't need it if you're a Jim Jeffries. You don't need it if you're a Aziz Ansari. Do you think, is it because everybody plays dumb with what's going on in the world, period, that it's like, let's just play dumb? Who gives a fuck?
yeah, they probably think they can just get away with it.
Maybe, and I guess they will. Time will go by. You can't even keep track of this list. There's 50 fucking people.
Saudi Arabia is doing a lot of stuff like that right now. Like with wrestling, I don't know how much they've paid WE, but they have like events
Right.
there, and they even pay to bring back like retired people for matches who do horrible matches.
Oh
But
yeah,
but
that is true.
it's insane. They're even gonna do a WrestleMania there now.
They bought Saudi Arabia just bought EA Sports or EA
Mhm.
the company.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ! I think it was Josh in the chat room, and he goes, "Oh, that flight simulator game is going to be a fucking mess." Yeah, go to the Riyadh Festival, but maybe book your own flight back. How about that? Jesus Christ. Bill Burr said on his podcast afterwards, it was a great experience to be on stage. Quote, the Royals loved the show. Everyone was happy. It's not the slaves getting to see your show and have an ounce of fucking, finally, a night out, honey. That's like Bad Bunny's going to do the Super Bowl, and ICE is like, we're going to arrest you. None of these people you're looking to arrest is going to be at a $10,000 ticket Super Bowl. But
Right.
okay. On his podcast, Burr called it a great experience to be on stage. The Royals loved the show. Everyone was happy. They said there wasn't too much rape, murder, and subjugation, and women are people. The people that were doing the festival were thrilled. The comedians that I've been talking to are saying, dude, you can feel the audience wanted it. They want to see real stand-up comedy. It was a mind-blowing experience. Definitely top 3 experiences I've had. I think it's going to lead to a lot of positive things. We'll keep our eye out.
Translation: we love money.
When some of these people do their next special, and I think all of them have to, and I don't see that it would be hard, even if they're bullshitting. But they have to have like 10 minutes of why it was cool they were there? Do they? Or did they you just ignore it now? Because I
Yeah,
don't
I
know
don't
why
know.
this took the news based on, compared to other things that never take the news, but this did in a big way. I would have to acknowledge it somehow.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like they're just gonna gloss over it.
Right.
Like, why bring it up?
Yeah,
Right.
we don't need to discuss this. It was nothing.
Yeah.
He said death to billionaires, this Bill Burr. Um, but,
Oh.
I guess if you make actual billionaires that put people to death, that's okay. Oh,
No, he
well.
said death with billionaires.
Yeah.
Right. Uh, Dave Chappelle was over there. He said, right now in America, this is what he said over there. They say that if you talk about Charlie Kirk, that you'll get canceled. I don't know if that's true, but I'm going to find out. Hey, it's easier to talk here than it is in America.
He needs the money, Keith.
Right. But still can't explain about why he left the Chappelle show and went to a different country. It never really made fucking sense.
He went to Saudi Arabia.
Uh, you know what? They'll like his trans jokes over there. He just can't add, nah, I'm just playing.
Right.
You can't do that little wink or the thigh slap. Other than that, just do it as is. Jessica Curson said in a statement shared with the Hollywood Reporter that she was surprised to be asked to perform at the Riyadh Comedy Festival. She even went so far as to, quote, request a guarantee that she could be, quote, openly out as a lesbian on stage and perform gay material as is common in her act. She went so far as to state that she shouldn't be murdered. And they said, okay, we won't murder you too much.
Yes, but your stage is on top of that building over there.
Yeah. Why risk it?
Why risk
Why?
it? They promised. And I printed out that paper and took it with me. And here I am alive, still. There were cameras on me, and that was kind of the point of them doing this and me looking like they're okay people, especially because I'm a lesbian. But anyways, I'm alive.
They could have killed me, but they didn't.
That's right. I know in New York City when I'm on the subway, they ask for change and say I could be robbing you, but I'm not. So I give them change. That seems sweet that they're not. I quote, I hope that this could help LGBTQ people in Saudi Arabia seem seen and valued. Uh-huh. I'm grateful that I was able. No, this is where. Okay. Take this in. I'm grateful that I was able to do precisely that. To my knowledge, I'm the first openly gay comic to talk about it on stage in Saudi Arabia. Yeah, and live. I received messages from attendees sharing how much it meant to them to participate in a gay affirming event.
I gotta see these messages.
They never
sounds like
happened. It's bullshit. What beard husband also wrote on behalf of the woman on a phone? At the same time, I deeply regret participating under the auspices of the Saudi government. What's that mean? Under the control of the Saudi government or auspices?
I don't know that.
I greatly regret taking their money.
Right. I actually changed lives like I wanted to. People thank me, so there's the proof. But I regret it completely. Why?
But I'm saying it after the check clears.
Yeah.
On September 29th, I performed at the Riyadh Comedy Festival. This decision has weighed heavily on my heart ever since. I'd like to express my sincere regret for having performed under a government that continues to violate fundamental human rights. These comedians are self-centered by nature. But you didn't Google Saudi Arabia. I would Google Saudi Arabia, see if I could chew gum and not get beheaded. I don't know what's going on. It doesn't come up. Hey, maybe they got some bad things going on. This government that you're making laugh, and you're okaying to other countries. That's what you're doing. You're being used.
Mm-hmm.
I want to share the context for my decision, not as an excuse, but because the people who have trusted me deserve to hear from me. As an artist, my mission has always been to help people feel less alone. As an openly gay person, when I was asked to perform in Riyadh, I was surprised. I requested a guarantee that I wouldn't get killed. I hope that this could help LGBT, blah, blah, blah. Kirsten offered that she is deeply sorry to all fans and followers. She has committed to donating the entirety of her fee to an undisclosed human rights organization.
Yeah, her savings account.
I have to see receipts.
Yeah.
Same.
I'm gonna
Right.
donate.
Like,
I just not gonna tell you where.
Right.
yeah.
This is Trump saying like, "I'll sue you for talking about me and the Epstein files," and then he doesn't. But you just remembered that he must be in the right if he said he's going to sue. She's
Right.
like, "I'll give it back." Yeah, can I see what's going on monthly? I have a
Also,
special, please.
sorry, as a member of the community here in America, apology not accepted.
Right,
There you
right.
go.
I'll see it when I see it. In the meantime, I have a special relationship with my fans because of the vulnerable nature of my comedy and the trust they place in me as parts of the queer community. To my fans, I see you. I hear you. Your voice matters to me. If only you told me sooner.
Not as much as $1 million, but
Right. I love you all. Uh, right. Just, come and meet me and I'll apologize. It's a meet and greet. For $20, you could. I love you all and I'm genuinely sorry for making a poor decision. Well, it's not a poor decision. That had repercussions I didn't fully consider. I will take full responsibility for my actions. Yeah, who cares? What does that mean? And dedicate to myself to making amends so that my words and choices reflect the respect and care that you deserve. She has nearly 1 million followers on Instagram. In recent days, her fans have been taking to the comment section, saying, "quote You really sold out. I'm super sad about this." Another said, "Still waiting for the explanation behind your terrible decision to accept money from a horrible regime. Do you care so little that you think it'll all blow over?" Yes. And you almost can't keep up with what's going on in the government. You're going to keep up with a fucking comedian. And again, you're going to lose track. There's 50 fucking comedians. You're going to lose track. If you like the comedian, you're going to be like, I doubt Jim Jeffries was there. I think you're mistaken. You're thinking somebody else because Jim Jeffries talks about the state of the world and shit. He's the fucking opposite. Oh well. Oh well. Let's get to sports and then we'll get back to the government. Blaine, take it away.
So, football is a game that you actually don't play with your feet. There's a ball, and you bend over and then throw the ball under your legs, and people catch it and they have to get it to the other side. And there's these spaces, and you have to make a certain number to keep going.
What do you think the number is?
Four of those spaces?
Okay, we're gonna count it. We're gonna count it. Very good. Mark Sanchez,
oh
the
god.
ex-quarterback, made the news that he was performing wind sprints outside. He was at a bar, went outside, did some wind sprints.
Hmm.
All football players do that at 12:30 in the morning, and then would go back and drink and shit like that. And during that time, he was stabbed. He's now a NFL
Poor guy.
commentator. He was fucking stabbed easily twice in the fucking chest. Holy shit. Oh! Actual information came out after the NFL and everybody said thoughts and prayers. It's a shame this town is so rough. Marca Sanchez was smelling of alcohol, accosted a driver of a box truck that backed into a hotel's loading dock, leading a confrontation outside that prompted the driver to defensively pull out a knife. Sanchez, I'll give more information. Sanchez was hospitalized with stab wounds in his upper right torso. Remained hospitalized early Sunday. The truck driver, identified as PT, had a cut on his left cheek. As the altercation escalated, the driver feared, quote, "This guy is trying to kill me," and pulled his knife as Sanchez came to him. And there's cameras on this shit, too. Sanchez was initially stabbed 2 or 3 times, then stabbed again when he went at the driver again. Again, I'll give more information. The next thing PT knew was Mr. Sanchez looked at him with a look of shock. He slowly turned around, and then Mr. Sanchez took off northbound in the alley. Sanchez was in Indianapolis to call Sunday's Raiders-Colts game. Instead, he was charged with battery resulting in injury, unauthorized entry of a motor vehicle, and public intoxication. Police got a warrant to obtain Sanchez's phone and clothes from the hospital. Oh, those should be fun. Oh, I fucked up. He's texting drunk to somebody. What began as a disagreement between a 38-year-old former professional athlete, said a statement, and a 69-year-old man should not have escalated into violence or left anyone seriously injured, said this is Marion County prosecutor Ryan Mears. The following, for example, he then said, are times when a disagreement should escalate into violence, such as if they were the same age, weight, and social status. No, of course not. Sanchez told police at the hospital that all he could remember was grabbing for a window. Sanchez said he didn't know who else was involved or where the altercation happened. Friday night at Indianapolis, one of our team members, Mark Sanchez, somebody said at the NFL's whatever the fuck, was involved in an incident that, to be honest, we're still trying to wrap our heads around. At this time, our thoughts and prayers are with Mark and his family and all that are involved. Police officers found Sanchez with the stab wounds when they were dispatched to the downtown pub that he was visiting at 12:35 a.m. Saturday. The truck driver was found in the alley. Details of the confrontation were disclosed in the affidavit based on video footage and the truck driver's statement to police. The video showed a man believed to be Sanchez, if you remember, he was responsible for the butt fumble when the Giants played. Was the Giants, right? Sanchez? Or Jets?
He played for the Jets.
Jets. Was playing Dallas, I believe. And he ran in his head into the center's asshole when he was given the ball and fell right over, and the ball fumbled, and the Cowboys got a big win. The video showed him. This is him. I think he's trying to get everybody to quit thinking about that. So maybe he's just trying to get into trouble, you know?
Well, in his defense, like one of his biggest critiques was people thought he wasn't really that tough. But I guess he proved everybody wrong now by getting a fucking knife fight.
With a 70-year-old almost. The video showed a man believed to be Sanchez running in the alley toward the truck. It's him. The driver works for a company that specializes in commercial cooking oil, recycling, and disposal. He was on his work duties. Sanchez opened the truck door and began talking to the driver. Sanchez told the driver he couldn't be at the loading dock and that Sanchez had spoken to the hotel manager, the document said. Sanchez smelled of alcohol. His speech was slurred. Sanchez followed the driver from... what does this mean? Is this a mistype? Sanchez followed the driver from side to side of the truck. I'm not sure what that means. When the driver...
Maybe the guy was like trying to get away and he's like running around to both doors.
Okay. When the driver darted towards the driver's door, video showed Sanchez grabbing and throwing the driver toward a hotel wall. The fight continued against a dumpster and Sanchez threw the driver to the ground. He really didn't like this guy was parked somewhere. Sanchez climbed into the truck, but got out when he was told by the driver he wasn't allowed in. That's how drunk he is. He's like, you motherfucker, for some reason I don't like this truck here. I get in the truck. You can't be in the truck. Okay, fair enough. Okay.
That's too far. You're right.
Right. Okay, sorry about that. Sanchez repeated that he spoke to the manager and didn't want the driver to replace fryer oil. Sanchez tried again to get into the truck and block the driver from calling his manager. So he's like, yeah, you're right. I shouldn't be in the truck. Gets out of the truck, turns around, looks back in the truck. You motherfucker! Who are you here? And he gets back in the truck. Believing he was in danger, the driver grabbed pepper spray from his pocket and sprayed Sanchez's face. Sanchez wiped his face and advanced toward the driver again. Oh, he's fucked up. That's water to me. That's Gatorade.
You have to be fucked up to not...
The driver then pulled his knife and stabbed Sanchez as the ex-quarterback came to him. The driver fell onto pallets on the ground. Oh, he still got a little power, I guess. While PT was on the ground, the affidavit said he could only see the feet of Mr. Sanchez coming at him, making PT realize it was a life or death situation. The driver made it to his feet and stabbed Sanchez the last time as Sanchez came over to him. Oh, my goodness. Then it goes into, as if it's important, Sanchez had a 10-year NFL career, retiring in 2019. He appeared on ABC and ESPN for 2 years before joining Fox Sports as a game analyst in 2021. The Long Beach, California native starred at Southern California before he was selected by the New York Jets with the 5th pick in the 2009 NFL draft. Blah, 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 blah. He's married to actor Perry Matfeld, a former USC cheerleader. His credits include Shameless, In the Dark, and Shed Powers. She told Glamour recently that the couple had twin daughters in March. The other gentleman, PT, delivers fried oil. Oil for fryers. Okay. Yeah, he just keeps doing weird shit does weird shit to get rid of the butt fumble. Now this is becoming a bigger deal. So he's like, I was on Epstein's Island. Get off my fucking back. God damn. You might be curious about this, Blaine. The Steelers are number 1 in their division.
Yes.
So don't be concerned.
They are stealing that division.
That's
Absolutely.
right. That's a way to remember.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's year to year. They were on a bye week this week, but no games is no bad games, and I'll take it. And then next week they'll beat the Browns, Packers will win, Rams will win. We're gonna be 4-1 in no time, and
Oh
no
yeah.
team is undefeated, so it's feeling pretty good. Blaine, how you feeling?
I'm feeling pretty good about them too. You know, they've been playing good. They've been
Not
hiking. They
really
haven't
playing good, but it's been
haven't
working out somehow,
yeah,
just the same.
they haven't had a lot of like, flags. And yeah,
Right? Flags,
so
right?
yeah, they're
What's
they're
your
doing,
favorite one?
you know, it, I think the yellow one.
How would you describe? This is a serious question. How, Blaine, do we understand what counts as pass interference? I'm confused every time, to be honest.
It's kind of an artistic thing,
It feels that way.
if
It
they're
fucking feels that way.
if
It's vibes.
because you have to like make the pass and it's the other team's job to interfere with it,
Right.
but if in a certain way it just doesn't feel right. Like if the
Right.
vibes are off,
I
it's
think you're right.
definitely pass interference.
Rick, I don't think he's wrong.
I mean, it's a uh,
It's
When
just
pretty
is
like
the
good
touching too
analysis.
much? I don't fucking know.
yeah, if they
When
touch
it's too
too much,
much.
it's kind of
Right.
gay and then it's pass interference.
My favorite is we were actually at a football game. We were at the Northwestern game on Saturday, and we were sitting next to this fan, and every pass this fan thought was pass interference. Like every time they missed, and I'm just like, well, it can't be all of them.
Right.
My
Well,
dad,
Yeah,
I like seeing that. You see every, catcher that a dude's
yeah,
even close to him puts his arm. That's their version of flopping, right?
yeah,
And they point like, he's little too much, right? No, okay, all
yeah.
right. Let me get back in the fucking
my,
huddle.
my dad's like that. Like he'll be
Yeah.
watching a football game, and it's ever since I was a kid, and I just remember I would hear him yell, just like pass interference. I'm like, I guess. Why don't you teach me the rules so I can maybe appreciate this sport when I get older?
Because then you can call him on it.
Yeah,
You
true.
Mhm.
know, I mean,
Right,
I've
right.
mentioned this. I'd go to like sports bars and you see, and the chick would ask a question, but the rules keep changing. That there's little subtle rules that do keep changing year to
Mhm.
year. And there was a new rule, and I wasn't sure. So I'm eavesdropping. The guy's like, "Well, because it's at the." You'll see. I'm like, you don't know, you motherfucker, because you were mansplaining everything you could all day.
Mhm.
You don't know. You don't know.
The
Uh,
oldest trick in the book.
yeah. Wait, I don't want to ruin it for you. Okay, it's not
I
a
want
fucking
you to
movie.
see.
Yeah. The Chiefs are playing tonight against the Jaguars. They'll probably win, but even so, that would be 3-2, 3-2, 3 wins, 2 losses. I wonder if it's the Swift effect. They don't look like the same Kansas City they used to. And yeah, good for him. He's getting in those thighs apparently. But if you're a fucking teammate, don't you feel like you got to say something? Like, hey, yeah, I heard the new album. Good for you. You got a redwood between your legs, apparently. How about you get your head out of her ass and thighs and play the fucking game?
Also, no, this is your career because you're not really good at anything else. Because we saw you in Grotesquerie, and acting is not your thing.
Oh, really?
So I didn't
No.
finish Grotesquerie; it was terrible. But I saw him a couple times, and I was like, "Ooh, ooh."
The new album has a song called Wood, and it really is about. She's like something about eyes, so that she can rhyme "Your love opened my thighs," and it's like, oh, damn. First of all, this is the first album of hers that I heard the whole way through. Deliberately, I just didn't take the time otherwise. But it seems like somebody you're supposed to be paying attention to. I liked it a lot. I didn't know she cursed so much, to be honest.
That's a newer thing. Like this album,
I like it.
supposedly, I haven't listened to like a lot of her albums full through.
Right.
I listened to this one for the Swifties out there,
Hmm.
and um, this one from what I've heard and stuff, this she's a little more vulgar at times, which
Yeah.
it's it's Swifty fan vulgar though. Like it's
Yeah.
vulgarly playful. It's not like
Hmm.
wet ass pussy or nothing.
This, so I'm talking about like rubbing your nose on her clit like a credit card.
Yeah, exactly. It's funny. Her fans like heard that thing about her thighs and like were clutching their pearls. And,
Right.
and meanwhile, like Bruno Mars and Sexy Red were like, squirt in your mouth, squirt on your face.
Yeah. Well, I was thinking, I do. There's something about when musicians put in curse words. I'm like, that's real. Even if it's
Hmm.
just to fill up another syllable, I'm like, you're a real person.
Yeah, that's how
I
we
like
talk.
that.
Fun fact about that song. So
What?
it's yeah, I forget the how long it is. If you convert
Six
it,
inches, or I guess
nine,
nine?
9 inches plus 1 second. So
Uh,
she gave him a little extra,
that's funny.
just as an ego
She
boost.
has all these little clues.
Yeah, she's hiding stuff everywhere.
Those puzzles. Is it really like whatever in
Mhm.
1 second? Oh, that's
Yes,
funny.
because I even went and looked, and I was like,
Oh, wow.
and the 1 second might just be the extra Spotify. It might actually be a second less.
Right. But still, that's funny. Um, yeah, you gotta make him. Yes, she's singing about how big your dick is, and you're gonna have a big ego, but you gotta focus on football. If I was his teammate and we're in the showers, I'd look over at him and then down and be like, "Nah, I don't know."
It
And
seems
that'll
like
get him
it
to
grows.
focus on football and less about his hog.
It seems like it grows more when we fucking win.
Yeah.
Right. On the field, he's like, I think these other players are going for my dick. I'm telling you, they're all hitting low a little bit. All right. He'll focus though. I guess when a freight train comes at you at 80 miles an hour, you'll start paying attention, you know? It won't matter what's going on in the stadium or what fans are thinking. I remember if I would bring up being in the army, people would say, "Oh, really? You like you can stop making jokes and you're paying attention." They're talking about how people are going to be shooting bullets at your fucking head. You pay attention. You do. You don't make too many quips, and
You
you
lock in.
you lock in. You lock in. It's like the military saying, like, women on the battlefield, like, what are they gonna do? Be checking their nails? When bullets are flying, you kind of get into it. Don't worry. They focus real fucking quick. So the new album, of course, is called "The Life of a Showgirl," and this can't be lost on any of you, I assume. Kanye West, who rushed the stage, took the mic, and said, "I'm sorry, Beyonce should have won this award instead of Taylor." And Taylor's like, "Okay, do I get it though?" And they're like, "Yeah, you get it. Sit down, Kanye." Kanye has an album called "The Life of Pablo."
I never caught that.
Huh?
I never caught that.
So what comes up first now
Well,
when you
life of
look up
a
the
showgirl.
life of?
Life of a showgirl
Uh,
for sure, probably.
Life of a
mhm.
showgirl. The best song is
Wait.
number two, the second
But
song, Elizabeth Taylor. Is that right, Rick?
Oh, certainly, certainly.
What did you
I'll,
like about it?
I accidentally, instead of listening to the Life of a Showgirl, I watched the movie Life of Pi, and so I'm way off, man.
Okay, all right. I like that song, Actually Sweet.
hmm
I guess it's about Charlie XCX, her being a hater. I think it's for anybody that has a fucking social media account. It's about haters in general. Like, oh, it's actually sweet that you're spending so much time shitting on me. I dug that song, right? Actually sweet, Beverly Hills. I didn't say it. I didn't say it.
I
Anyway, I
saw
dug that one.
I saw a thing where a Swiftie was talking about it, and they're like, I thought that song was going to be about her talking about her relationship with Travis. Instead, she's like, Charlie XCX is a coke fiend chihuahua. Oh,
I took I listen. I read the five things to know to start your day on CNN, and at the end, they just. By the way, it's however many things they have. They make five, and then they go also this one thing. So it could be five, it could be 15. But at the end, they put something fun always, so you don't leave doom and gloom. And it was, what kind of Swifty are you? And they gave one of these, tests, and some of the questions were pretty fucking easy. Like true or false. Taylor never has puzzles or secrets in her announcements. Like, okay, cool. Anyway, I got 6 out of 10. Liz, who loves to tell me when I'm not complaining. It's fun to see the excitement in her eyes like a little kid. But she comes over and she talks about all these stuff. This color represents this. And, this was actually Braille to say party on. And she only got 7 out of 10. And I got 6 out of 10.
I think
And we both listened to that album around midnight when it came out. Guess whose phone died on the last song, which happens to be the title track? Hers phone died. That's at least worth 2 points to me, and I think I'm the bigger Swiftie.
I mean, in all fairness, my phone dies of Sabrina Carpenter's on it too.
Well,
Um,
there was no point for that, right?
no, it felt like they were fighting for the song, and their
Right.
voices don't complement each other. Also, I think Liz fumbled some of those questions on purpose. She's an undercover Swiftie.
Yeah,
Mhm.
right. It's like if they say I'm not, that I'm just a normal
Yeah.
person. No, she's a Swiftie. She's a Swiftie. But if it gets too much her talking about Taylor Swift, I start talking about the Peacemaker, and that calms her down. I'm like, do you know in this dance that you've never seen, it's really the Nazi salute? She's like, all right, forget it, I'm done. All right, we're all done. All right. But the song Honey, I love. She talks about when people say honey when I was younger, is always passive aggressive. You don't fit in that skirt, honey. Oh, honey, why are you looking at my man that way? And she goes, but you called me honey. And I'm like, yeah, you can do that. And it's really that simple. In your picture, and Taylor Swift is like honey, like that's where. It's such a beautiful song. I loved it. Liz calls me darling. I've never heard it like that, and it always sound quaint or for old people. And and I'm like, you know what, honey, you can call me darling. Yeah, I dug this song. Opaline, Wish List. Did you catch any things about any clues about other shit that I wouldn't know about? Like when she sings, some people want a yacht, some people want an island, some people want an Emmy on their bathroom floor. All I want is you. Is that like I'm like or an Oscar on a bathroom floor? I'm like, is that Jake Gyllenhaal? Like he just shoved that in there?
Yeah, Rick, did you
What do you
catch
think,
Oh,
Rick?
if you play it backwards, you actually get the secrets to the Da Vinci Code. So
I did love in Elizabeth Taylor where she said, "Babe, I would trade Cartier for someone I trust," and then she goes, "Just kidding." I was like, "Oh, you came out to be catty this album."
Uh, by the way, that song Would, apparently it's a different meaning to the Tush Push, but all right, it's not football related. I typed in seeing if I heard rumors Taylor Swift was going to be on SNL. So I typed in, will Taylor Swift be? I got as far as the letter B, and that's the number one search everybody's doing. Now, she didn't do it. I guess the announcement instead was she's putting out acoustic versions, more albums to buy, right? Have you heard that?
Rick, have you heard that?
You can take this one, Blaine.
She is. I know this because a friend of mine, shout out to Pippa,
Right?
I was talking to
mhm.
her and she's like, "Oh, Taylor Swift's releasing acoustics." And I was like, "Oh, I didn't."
Right. She waits till you buy the first album, then goes, "Hey, now they'll have acoustic versions also."
Yeah, and she was smart because she said, "This time, guys, I'm not gonna like have like it is these 12 songs and only these 12 songs."
Right.
But I didn't say I wouldn't make different versions of these
Right.
12.
That's what I do. Maybe you heard about me. I make
Mhm.
versions. The Fate of Ophelia, the video just came out. It's the first song on the album. In 24 hours, 13 million views. Um, you know what? I liked seeing her on that Kelsey podcast because she did have animation. I felt she had personality that I've never seen before. Like obviously she's attractive, but is this weird to say? It's not my thing. It reminds me of a Nicole Kidman, just like I don't know, like a statue.
Yeah, it's not my thing either.
But I mean, good for her. And again, I did love the album. But yeah, I did like. I'm glad she did that Kelsey podcast. I do. Otherwise, I wouldn't think she's a human being.
Yeah, she did seem more like alive. Like it was like,
Right.
"Oh, this is you in real life." Okay.
Right.
Like she didn't have to go in with like her media training, I guess.
Right. You're not AI after all. So that's good. There's a movie came out this weekend. Taylor Swift, the official release party of a Showgirl. And when I tell you how many showings my local theater alone had,
Oh my God.
holy shit. Holy shit. 30 showings
Jesus.
in one day. In one day. And that new Leonardo DiCaprio movie, one battle after another, just came out. Came out last week. It's number one, of course. Benicio del Toro, Sean Penn. Real good movie by a famous director, the guy that did There Will Be Blood. Uh, now it immediately went to number 2 because of Taylor fucking Swift. And you know these production houses work together. Hey, Sony, it's me, Universal. I got a good one coming out. I don't want to ruin your good one, and vice versa. So what do you want? And no, and Taylor went, I'm gonna do it this weekend. And now your movie's number 2. Like, fuck.
And then I heard that movie with The Rock where he did all that work for that biopic. I heard that flop this weekend too.
Yeah. In fact, AMC Theaters put out a statement thanking Taylor Swift. On behalf of AMC Theaters and the entire theatrical exhibition industry, I extend our sincerest appreciation to the iconic Taylor Swift for bringing her brilliance and magic to movie theaters this weekend, said the AMC CEO. Her vision to add a cinematic element to her incredible album debut was nothing less than a triumph. They fucking made bank. Taylor Swift just realizes how important a movie theater is as a cultural touchstone. Her fans can all be together without having to go to one of her concerts that they can't fucking afford.
He's writing this while like laying on a pile of gold coins,
Yes.
you know.
I picture Scrooge McDuck, swimming to the gold, just shouting out what to type. And we thank you so much.
They're the comedians in this scenario. And Taylor's
Yes.
Saudi.
Warner Brothers Pictures' One Battle After Another, which opened last weekend, was number 2 at the box office, grossing about $11 million this week, a falling of 49% from last week. A24 is The Smashing Machine. A24. That means so it's like The Rock plays like a real MMA fighter, I believe. Like it's a true story of some kind. And then I guess with A24 at the end, there's demon tits that eat him or something. I'm not really sure how it works out. But anyway, debuted this weekend, finished 3rd with $6 million. And The Rock's like, I should have put my eyebrow in. I fucking knew it. It was a true story, so I didn't do my eyebrow. But no. Or you blame it on Taylor. I share an audience with and she split the tickets. Yeah, it's his one. Rod Morrow brought up. It's his one serious role. It's not Jumanji. It's not whatever the fuck. And no one gave a shit.
You finally know that serious role,
Yeah.
and Taylor Swift just annihilates you.
Yeah, my girlfriend took her daughter to see the movie, and I guess people were sitting down watching it, as opposed to some theaters I saw where people get up and sing and dance, and it's not as wild, I guess, as Chicken Jockey, whatever the fuck, Minecraft. But yeah, it seemed like a real party where if I was there, I'd be like, down in front. we got to see her process. But I think that's the one movie I won't see. Taylor Swift, number 1, One Battle After Another, number 2, The Smashing Machine, number 3. Then something called Gabby's Dollhouse, the movie. And then The Conjuring Last Rites, where they saved the best for last. They were like, we're not going to show the best story until 8 movies later. It's all part of our plan. I was so I see One Battle After Another, and it takes a little bit to get funny, but then it's very funny. With that said, it's about the white supremacy and real ICE shit that's going on now. So anyway, Leonardo DiCaprio has some buddies in this movie that and him are freedom fighters, and they'll blow up emptied government buildings, this kind of thing. And then now he doesn't really work for the company anymore, but people know, or this gang, but people know, of course, who he is. And if he needs help, he can always use them. So in this movie, he's like all high and fucked up. I think they call him because they need his help. And they're like, okay, just answer the questions. What is a clock that has no time? And he's like, oh, fuck, I don't know. I'm stoned or whatever. And it was so fucking funny. It feels like it's like 20 minutes long. He's like, 12 o'clock. That is right. And when does the bird sing when it's autumn? He's like, I don't fucking know. I can't help you. I can't blah, blah, blah. And during one of these things, somebody says, do you know who Will Ferguson is one of the questions. And everything's quiet in the theater. And somebody's Siri goes off and goes, looking up who Will Ferguson is. I'm like, you, and everybody laughs. Like, you eavesdropping motherfucker. You can't help yourself, computers. You're always listening.
Yeah,
God damn
she only did that because that person's not snippy with his with his personal assistant. If you were mean to her, she would know not to chime in there.
Yeah, you got to put them in their place. I know the answer. No one asked. I was $1,000. Do you want me to keep it to myself? Are you sure? AM theaters went at half mast the other day because Nicole Kidman and Keith Urban have separated. She, of course, does the hey, heartache feels good in a place like this. This big introduction at AMC theaters, and now it's a little sad. I want a movie based on her going to that theater alone. She has high heels walking through uh, water puddles because it's dramatic. And I want to know, like, did Keith Urban not let her wear sensible shoes? Did she run out of a classy restaurant? Why won't he just go see a movie with her? Is he out fucking the May? I want to see a whole production around this story that they make me see before every single movie.
Write a song about his penis size.
Hello, something.
There you go.
He writes one about her vagina. Oh, let's see. Oh, when I left the theater, we've all had to deal with this. But I'm swear to God, I'm a mile away, without exaggeration, from the guy in front of me holding the door open as we're leaving, and he just fucking stands there. And I give him the nod,
Too
like,
much.
"Okay, thanks, all good." It's like, okay. And then, I'm 50 now. I try not to jog to, sometimes we jog like to help him out. I'm like, I'm good, thank you. So then, okay, I get to the door and I go, thanks. And he goes, you're welcome. Oh, oh. No, you're welcome. Hey. But yeah, is that going in your diary now? I hate you're welcome as is. It always seems fucking condescending. As a waiter, I wouldn't even say you're welcome. I say, of course, you're fucking kidding me. Shut your goddamn mouth, I'll say. But you're welcome is always now it's I have to thank you. It's like, where does that? You're welcome. Thank you. You're welcome. Thank you. You're
You just
welcome.
made me
Thank you.
raise. You just made me raise my cardio more than I wanted to get
Right?
to.
It's the worst. It's the worst. Then I was in the Uber from the theater, and the guy goes, what'd you see? And I'm like, this movie, did you like it? It's hard, it's weird to recommend, but even though it's about white supremacy and ICE, it's something totally different. Obviously, made up for dramatic effect, but it was different. You might like it, but it is long. It is 3 hours. And he goes, oh, okay. And then I started telling him about the Run P app. I got this app called Run P. I don't know if you pay like $1 a year or what, but they tell you when the good time to go to the bathroom is, and this movie is good for that. He goes, oh, okay. So how was it? And I go, the Run P app is fucking amazing. It tells you what. And he goes, no, I mean the movie. I'm like, oh, I thought you meant the app. He laughs at me for a little bit, but I'm like, yeah, I don't know. The movie was good. This app though is fucking amazing. Here's what you got to do. Oh well. Speaking of music, 50 Cent brought up that he was the only reference that Taylor Swift made in the album. During exactly naming somebody's name. There's that movie about the dead kid, right? Should have kissed you then.
Oh.
And says, even though the P Diddy song was playing on the radio, I should have kissed you then. And 50 Cent is like, that song's about me. And the people are like, well, actually, it's about this dead person she went to school with. Okay, anyway, great song. Just saying. I'm the only person who was mentioned. All right. He also had time, of course, to rate the judge, or to put out a statement anyway for the judge to see about Sean Diddy Combs before Sean Diddy Combs' sentence. He said that, dear Judge Subramanian, I have had an ongoing dispute with Puppy for over 20 years. I know you're thinking, hey, maybe we should give him some leeway. And he learned his lesson after being in jail for 15 months. Diddy says, no, he's very dangerous. Multiple times I have feared for my life. I think you should consider the safety of the general public, Your Honor, before unleashing him upon them. There hasn't been enough time for him to reform or make any adjustments, despite his trying to teach a class in there. As you are, maybe his dance, right? P. Diddy has the same dance.
So wait, so is he just like imagining the judge being like, well, damn, we're going to let him go?
Right. Ripped up.
But 50 Cent.
As you are already aware, the government has spent the maximum amount of money on deploying federal agencies, which appeared to be an army in two locations simultaneously. Later, his son, who's dealing with his own rape allegations, claimed that the feds had hit the wrong house. Anyway, Diddy's only going to return to hiring more male sex workers. This is true. And keeping most of the baby oil away from the general public. And babies need it. My Netflix doc about this scandalous subject is coming soon. Well, that's the time you rush it, by the way. That's when we need it, I think. So he's been in 14 months. I said 15. 14 months. No matter what happened, he did get time served. So Diddy was saying during those 14 months, I realized what I did wrong. Yes, I said I did nothing wrong. And 3 days earlier, I filed an appeal that they got their case wrong. But now that the appeal didn't go through and this is real, let me tell you what I just fucking learned. I was wrong and I let the power get to my head.
Beating my girlfriend in the hallway was
I
wrong.
did not need to punt her head like a fucking football. Among other things. And I know that now. I'm not perfect. I make mistakes.
It's not a couple people killed, probably. Who cares?
But so I think I was here for 14 months is the right amount, by the way. I learned my lesson here in jail for you're thinking 15 months. That would have been overkill. 13 months, not quite would have got it. But I happen to have been waiting for my sentence, the right amount of time for me to fucking get it. So I think I should go now. The prosecution says you should easily get 11 years. We think 20. He ended up getting 50 months, 4 years, time served, like I said. Take half of that is usually how it works. He's not going to serve a year. He'll be up by Christmas.
So basically, we'll just say 1 year per 20 gallons of baby oil.
If the total was 20 gallons. He said, thanks for letting me speak, Your Honor, when he was trying to say that he's better now. It was hard not being able to speak for myself, so thank you. If only they
blame
let
your lawyers. You. Yeah, blame your lawyers.
Right.
You know they were like,
that's against the law. You're allowed to speak. Everybody wants you to on the other side.
Oh, trust me.
Yeah. They wouldn't have interrupted you.
Yeah, the other people's lawyers were like, no. Let them speak.
There was an 11-minute video that was submitted. Picture you or I got to submit an 11-minute video. Get the fuck out. You're going to take up 11 more minutes of the judge's time. In it, at one time he says, hey, I'm a full-time dad. I can't even get into trouble now. It's important that you're a good person, he says. You don't get into heaven because you have 20 hit records. He just had to brag he has 20 hit records. You don't get into heaven because you have 20 hit records. Nah, you get into heaven because you're a good person, he said. A 4-page letter about being sincerely sorry for all that he hurt. He has no one to blame but himself. Earlier, sure, my lawyer showed different texts about why if somebody was scared of me, would they say publicly that they love me? Yeah, all that happened, sure. But now that it's done, I can only blame myself. Nobody egged me on, but I was saying earlier, yeah, that was different. Hey, look, if Ted Cruz can forgive Trump, let's move on.
Apology accepted.
Right. Tear is human.
As a member of the community,
he said, I'm not running from this. Well, duh.
You can't run.
Try.
He can slide away.
And then he pulled that bullshit. He goes, that's right. Did you see the Watchmen TV show? The slippery guy that'll just slide under grates and shit? That's him. You can't catch him. I could slide out here. He said, it was hard for me to forgive myself. Oh, okay. Oh, because we thought it was hard for us to forgive you, but you can't even forgive yourself. You must understand the gravity of the situation. I don't need to pile on.
I never looked at it from his pain.
Right. Cassie sent a letter in. She was even though the trial wasn't necessarily about that video that we saw, her getting all beat up in the hotel hallway, it still affected why he wasn't on bail in the first place. Her letter says, the fuck, man, come on. Okay. Hopefully that had some weight.
Well, that
Just
was
just to rate, just rate the fuck man, come on. Why are we entertaining this bullshit? And then a picture of him ready to kick her fucking head like an NFL record. Ugh. People forget he's gonna make an album, isn't he? He's gonna make an album that's gonna sell, I bet.
actually he could title it "Pass Interference" and it would make sense.
Hello.
God,
Hello.
no.
Speaking of football, by the way, Blaine, Bad Bunny is going to be doing the Super Bowl.
Yes.
It is still funny to me. He can't pronounce his own name. Bad Bunny.
It's funny to see like people who are like older right now, they're like freaking out, being like, I can't believe this and all this, and he's not even popular. And I'm like, it's not
Mm,
made for you, Agnes.
yeah.
Right. And Agnes, he might be popular. What do you think the Illuminati agenda is for the NFL? It might be about making bucks.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
they like they like money as much as Saudi Arabia comedians.
Right. And then you see these racist assholes, and that's what it comes down to. Like, he's not even American. Well, if anything, they're the 51st state, you fucking idiot. But
Yeah.
okay. He's not even an American citizen. I'm reading here. He was born in Puerto Rico. Okay. What are you nervous he's gonna do? You racist fuck. Speak the language, some uprising that you don't see coming? Who gives a
Also,
fuck? And by the way, TVs now can translate for you. You can keep an eye on them. Just the same.
also, you don't have to watch the halftime show. It's
You know
fine.
these
Like,
people
Yeah.
don't anyway. I see these
yeah.
fucking dumb fuck again, racists, and they're like, "How about you know what? How about somebody religious and pure? And how about Creed?" I'm like, "You mother, what?
They
That's
did
what we
it
want.
though.
Eyes wide open. Yeah, that's done. If it probably did happen. How about sincerely, I'm seeing a lot of fucking tweets and shit. Like, how about Lee Greenwood and Kid Rock? That's what you really want. You want I'm proud to be an American 3 times in a row and ball with a ball.
Yeah, I'll tell you why not, because they won't make as much money
Yeah,
Right.
because those
That's
guys
probably
are
what they
not
care
because
about.
the
popular.
NFL wants money.
Yeah.
Uh, so Bad Bunny did SNL the other night. Um, he said, yeah, he said you have. He said something long in Spanish. Somehow I kept my composure, even though I didn't know what it was. The audience was clapping as if it was positive that knew Spanish in New York City. But then in English, she said, and as for the Super Bowl, if you want to know what's going on, you have 4 months to learn. You got time to learn Spanish if you
Good
give a
answer.
fuck. Remember the baseball player John Rocker from the Atlanta Braves?
He
He
was
has
kind
a
of an asshole, right?
he's a big racist, sexist
Yeah.
piece of shit back in the day. In fact, on New York City, Rocker made derogatory comments about taking the subway in New York, liking the experience to being in Beirut, and expressing disdain for the diverse group of people he might encounter. This is a nice way of saying it. He also
Mhm.
criticized the presence of foreigners in the city, stating that he didn't like them and questioned how various ethnic groups got into the country. This guy, it's worse than that. He's like, I see these queers on the subway. I don't want them giving me AIDS. He was so egregiously offensive, sexist, and racist that Major League Baseball suspended him for a month and fined him $20,000. They suspend wife beaters less. He was also required to undergo a psychological evaluation. They got to pretend what the fuck is wrong with you.
So
Well,
you're about to tell me that he's like in Trump's cabinet now, right?
right? Rocker issued a statement expressing regret for his comments, though he later suggested his words were taken out of context. They weren't. The indecent, this I think is a what Rolling Stone article. The incident significantly impacted Rocker's career, leading to a lasting reputation for bigotry and eventual departure from a baseball. Well, he just had to wait for his time to come, and this is the world he was waiting for. And now he's like, "Okay, you know what? The time has come. We can talk like this. I'm not sorry. Queers are giving me AIDS. Who's this fucking immigrant? How'd they get over here? John Rocker's back."
So
He
he was
doesn't like Bad
offside.
Bunny. What's that, Blaine?
He was offsides.
Yeah, Bad Bunny, he was offsides. Bad Bunny performing at the Super Bowl is a slap in the face to the American people, John Rocker said. There's no reason that such a patriotic event needs to be stained by a cross-dressing singer who hardly speaks English.
There's the slap in the face comment. I think is just being overused, man. It's too
Right.
much. Like,
Uh-huh.
yeah, like it's like really, really, it's a slap in the face.
Also,
It's so bad
So bad.
that this
also,
guy who's extremely popular, that has millions of adoring fans, and will bring eyeballs and ad revenue to the biggest media fucking
Right.
event in the country. This
If
is
it,
so horrible.
when you're one of these racist piece of shits and your kid's like in school, like I think I'm gonna take Spanish. They'd be like, to keep an eye on him, right? Yeah, Dad. Sure. Keep an eye on him. Not to know what one of the biggest populations in the world is talking about. You got these pieces of shits. People can't just change their genders. The church, especially. People can't change their genders. Are you telling me a dad can get pregnant? That's what you're telling me? Anyway, Lord Jesus, born of a virgin and king of a race of people we irrationally despise. Please let people understand that they were born like they are, and that's basic science. Now, God, please turn yourself into food so we can eat this power cracker and be forgiven for stealing from work and beating our wives. Rationally yours, amen. We pray. Harrison Astroff says, I found your dad, a former priest, I found your dad where he got one of his phrases from. Okay, so my dad, I realize nothing he said was from his own brain. Even like getting punished or something, where he would yell at us and he'd say, or something, I'm trying to make sense of the Holy Trinity, let's say. And it seems like at first it's a good faith discussion. And I'm like, okay, meanwhile, everything's supposed to be based on fact, except, when it doesn't make sense. And I go, well, the Holy Trinity, what's that about? And he's like, that's the mystery. That's why it's so beautiful. Okay. Okay. Like, hey, where were you last night, son? How about we make it so beautiful? Ooh, who knows? The Trinity, three people in one God, all separate and all one, doesn't really make sense to me. Yeah, that's the beauty of it. I'm like, well, actually, maybe I think I get it. Is it like the Malleys? We're all separate, but we're one. We're the Malleys. And I guess I was somehow saying that I understood God better than him, but he's like, no, that is not what it is. Your feeble mind couldn't even begin to comprehend.
pass interference.
That's you would say, no way. Meanwhile, was it JP McDade who said, yeah, or Rojo Perez that like, yeah, then my dad though probably used that as an explanation to other people, but I couldn't be right in front of him. But he would often say that your feeble mind couldn't even begin to comprehend. And then a listener, Pam, saw an old horror movie where that's what the bad guy said. He's like, your feeble mind couldn't even begin to comprehend. No question he stole that. Word for fucking word. That's from this fucking movie. And everything he says is taken from something else. And so this person, Harrison, is bringing up that my dad always has this story that really just makes him look like a shithead. But he said that he worked as a manager in a Sears department store. And he said he was the manager of the vacuum department. There's no such fucking thing. There's maybe housewares, but you don't manage the shelf of vacuum cleaners. And he says, somebody came in and asked for an application to work. And I said, certainly. Here is an application. Is there anything else you would like? And the gentleman said, the young boy, he said, no, thank you. And I said, no problem. And the boy left. Had he simply asked for also a job, I would have gladly given it to him. I'm like, you sound like such an asshole in this story.
That is not the flex you think.
That's right. So this person, Harrison, says the phrase, if you had asked for more, I gladly would have given it, originates from 2 Samuel 12:8, where the prophet Nathan tells King David that if the vast gifts of God that were already given to him, the kingdom of Israel and Judah, his master's wives, etc., were not enough, God would have gladly given him even more. This statement highlights God's immense generosity and David's failure to appreciate what he had, leading him to seek more through improper means. I guarantee this is where my dad got this. You should have just asked for more, and I happily would have given that to you. Oh, you fake piece of shit. When the movie, before gaslighting was a word we regularly use, it was a movie, and the word did come from this movie eventually called Gaslight. And this guy is like cheating, doing nefarious shit away from his wife. When he goes into the basement that's hidden from the wife, he turns on the gas light, the old days of lights, and that would lower the light up top. Long story short, she thinks she's going crazy. He makes her feel like she's going crazy so he can get away with whatever bullshit he wants to. My dad said out loud that he was intrigued by how clever the man was. He's the bad fucking guy. And he was impressed with, by the way, the bad guy doesn't do anything so fucking clever. He's just lying to his wife. It's not that deep. But I'm like, that's the bad guy, though. You're not supposed to like him or be impressed by him. Oh my God. I don't think my dad was ever happy with me. I don't think my dad was happy with me, even when he came me out. But he's just like, I bet he complained then, you know? Like, why are you so sticky? I had to do so. The government shutdown is going on still, of course. I had to do something with the Department of Treasury, and you'll see this if you go to the site like I did. A pop-up comes up. The radical left has chosen to shut down the United States government in the name of reckless spending and obstructionism. As a result, the U.S. Department of Treasury's websites will only be sporadically updated until the shutdown concludes. Please refer here to with more information. And then I heard, I don't know if you've seen any of this, Rick, but the Department of Education, if you go to their website, it's kind of the same thing. Have you heard anything about this in the Department of Education?
I mean, I'm too busy just like working my job, but none of this shocks me, man.
Yeah. The radical left. And then do people fall for this shit? This is if you called the White House comment line, I'd love to hear those messages. But this is what happens if you call now. This is Caroline Levitt, the spokesperson for Donald Trump.
Thank you for calling the White House comment line. Hello, America. Secretary Caroline Levitt. Democrats in Congress have shut down the federal government because they care more about funding health care for illegal immigrants than they care about serving you, the American people.
Not true. Has nothing to do with immigrants. We want Obamacare to keep going for those who need it, and that means the regular people, let's say, like you're thinking. We're not thinking you cross the border. How do we help you necessarily until we get it solved? We're going to shut down the White House. And people just fall for this bullshit. They must. Trump wants America first. You dummies.
It's like, hey, how can we like be as classless as possible?
Yeah.
And then we wonder why like people are like other people from other countries are like, what the fuck is wrong with your government?
I do not think you should just give health care to illegal immigrants before me, a legal citizen. Yeah, I don't think so either.
Thank you for calling the White House comment line. Secretary Levitt. Democrats in Congress have shut down the federal government because they care more about funding health care for illegal immigrants than they care about serving you, the American people. Until Democrats vote for the clean, Republican-backed continuing resolution to reopen the government, the White House is unable to answer your call or respond to your questions.
Sorry.
We look forward to hearing from you again very soon. And in the meantime, please know
That's interference.
Please know President Trump will never stop fighting for you. Thank you, and God bless you.
Stay away.
I feel like she should have ended with, "Can I see the manager?"
Right.
You know, like, this is some serious fucking Karen energy. Jesus fucking Christ.
What is?
And I think she's in town right now. I think she's like way over there.
In Houston?
In Chicago.
Oh, in Chicago. Oh, right. Yeah. You're from Texas, right? What is the deal with the Mexican hats that Republican memes are putting out? Of them, and the White House is doing this too. They're taking Democrats, like our leader right
Cory
now,
Booker, right?
Yes, and
Chuck
Schumer, and they're putting Mexican mustaches and hats on them, and it's supposed to mock them somehow. It's got to be racist. I don't know what the fuck it means. We don't like Mexicans, so I'll make you look like a Mexican.
Yeah, I don't think racism is like meant to make sense.
I guess. And then
They just do it, you know. It's like it's just
There's one of that the White House put out of Cory Booker, a black guy. He has a mustache and a Mexican sombrero, and then Trump behind him playing guitar, and what's that? And it's the Mexican song they all play in Mexican restaurants. What's the one? Not to put you on the spot. La Cucaracha or something.
La
Okay.
Tortura by Shakira there.
yeah, there we go.
And what the fuck could it mean? Then they put
They're that mad about Bad Bunny.
right, right. I don't get it.
And Puerto Rico doesn't even have that. They just get it all confused. It's all the same. They just call it brown.
There's Booker and Schumer, and they're standing in the desert, and they have sombreros and mustaches, and it says "Brokeback Sombrero."
It's not even like you're not even making the joke work.
Because they're gay, and gays are funny because we don't like them, and they're Mexicans because Mexicans are funny and we don't like them. What are you saying?
And sombreros are like a hole and a wiener because it's pointed, and you can sit them on
Yeah.
top of each other.
Sure.
So.
Okay.
There's layers to this.
So yeah, so sombreros are gay.
James Woods, the actor, tweeted out this picture and wrote, "I'm crying laughing." What a dink you must be at parties.
And
You're
and
really,
he's full
hey,
of shit.
honey, there's no one with the sombreros.
You're full of shit. You're not crying when
I'm
you're seeing
crying
that.
laughing.
I'm laughing so hard. I'm crying right now at the sombreros.
It's fucking, because it's Brokeback Mountain. It's Brokeback Mountain. Okay, queers. And then they're in sombreros because I'm not sure why either, really. They got to deal with that now.
And
They
the
gotta fucking deal
sombreros
with
just make him gayer.
Yeah. Ted Cruz wrote, the 44 Senate Democrats Macarena. It was the Macarena. Not La Cucaracha. It was the Macarena. The 40 that song that plays these videos.
Y'all go to the whitest Mexican restaurants.
The 44 Senate Democrats who voted for Schumer's shutdown should know that the sombrero posting will continue until they reopen our government.
That's the threat.
That's the threat. You don't want to be seen in Mexican hats that people don't understand? You better bow down to us so that this fucking, even though we have all the powerful things in the White House.
You better let us kick Americans off of healthcare, or we're going to draw more pictures of you in hats.
The sombrero postings will continue until morale improves.
This is like the worst Batman villain ever.
I am Sombrero Man.
That's the Mad Hatter.
Yeah, right.
I put this.
Well, hats off to
you.
these guys, I guess.
I put the hat on you and it makes you gay.
Well, can you explain it? No.
No. It's the Brokeback sombrero.
Here's at the White House. This is J.D. Vance asking a reporter's question.
He's already gay.
The reporter wants to ask, huh?
And tragically, this pattern keeps on happening. Now, Senator Booker.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's not it. You know what? Let's get to that.
The president's been posting some images of Leader Jeffries and Senator Schumer. Ultimately, you've said that you're interested in good faith negotiations with these leaders, but what message does that send? Is it helpful to post pictures of Leader Jeffries in a sombrero if you're trying to have good faith talks with him?
Oh, I think it's funny. The president's joking and we're having a good time. You can negotiate in good faith while also poking a little bit of fun at some of the absurdities of the Democrats' positions and even, poking some fun at the absurdity of the Democrats themselves. I mean, I'll tell Hakeem Jeffries right now, I make this solemn promise to you that if you help us reopen the government, the sombrero memes will stop.
The fuck?
I died and ended up in a weird fucking timeline.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, couch fucker. I'm joking.
Oh God. Yeah. God forbid. God forbid we get to have a little fun with it.
They put a sombrero on the auto pen. And then this, someone with like 1 million views, a Republican talk show host, he rates, "Oh my God," 4 crying face laughing emojis because a sombrero is on an auto pen. Oh, I can't get over myself. Wait until you see the Naked Gun. Your head's gonna explode.
This is so funny. You know what? No one's getting paid that works in the government right now. But
Right.
these sombrero memes, man, it's so worth it.
Oh, sorry, veterans. This person at The Hype writes, stop complaining. If you don't like this country, leave. Got a broken taillight? Abandon your car by the side of the road. Toilet not flushing? Move out of your house. Never try to solve any problems and just give up. That's a point.
Yeah, good point.
I've seen things about, people love, of course, showing the of what things Trump says. And that's a tough word. Nobody knows how to say
Hypocrisy.
it. Hypocrisy that fits in this situation. And they showed him when he was on Fox News some time ago. And he's like, when there's a government shutdown, you can only look at one person blowing it. And it's the fucking president. Does nobody care about these? No one cares, right? If you can't balance the budget, you're out of there. Well, this is different circumstances now. I'm just saying, I'll never golf if I'm president. I'll be too busy. Excuse me, I'm busy.
Golfing,
that is. Yes.
Now watch this drive.
How do you not let this shit go? This little, hypocrisy. That never mind. How do you let go $90 million for a rape and defamation lawsuit? Who cares? How do you do it? How do you fucking do it? And then maybe you saw Pete Hegseth, the Secretary of War, guy in charge of the new Department of War, not the Department of Defense. That'll make other countries think we're cowards.
Right.
With atomic bomb weapons. That we were the Department of War. We need to let you know. And he gets all these major generals and everybody together and starts telling them, hey, we got to toughen up this military even more now that it's called war. So I'm going to need everybody. I don't need to see frumpy, dumpy, fatsos in the military, he says. Because you got to be fucking fit. You can't be walking around the Pentagon. You can't be out there on the field with some weight on you. And shave, goddammit. You guys are a fucking disgrace. I think that's already a rule, but okay.
If you look like shit, you get the sombrero.
Yeah. Dude,
right.
He goes, I got 3 hats up here and I'm looking around. By the way, this isn't an exaggeration or a joke. Pete Hegseth is telling everybody how to be a man. Set up a makeup room in the Pentagon right by the briefing room so that he can get touch-ups whenever he goes out there. Him acting like he's so fucking manly and that men aren't being men. And then he brings that, goes, and women in the military, I guess, and then gets back to what the men have to do. I saw this guy. I don't know how there's video of him, but he was at the gym doing pull-ups, like somebody must have challenged him. He has his hands on the bar, tries to do one pull-up, and does that jerk leg that like kids do to like push themselves up and then falls down off of it. But watch your mouth. And it was enjoyable when he finishes the speech and nobody claps or anything. And it's not because they're so military disciplined. I was in the military. You can clap. And then Trump comes up and is like, so you don't have to clap if you don't want to, In fact, you can leave. You don't have to pay attention to any of this. And then he said, but I mean, you'll lose your rank and your money and your ha 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 ha. That's so fucking funny to even just say. It's as funny as when I was a waiter and somebody would be like, careful or it'll be a bad tip. Like, oh, hilarious.
Hey, if he keeps going, he'll get $1 million from Saudi Arabia. Oh, wait, didn't he already do that?
Right.
For other reasons?
On SNL, Colin Jost played Pete Hegseth, and he was giving a little speech. No fuggos or fatties, just hot, hairless men who definitely aren't gay. Get your stuff together. Did you see how many tattoos Pete Hegseth has, by the way? And they all look fucking white power to me. When you have that many crosses and you're not Ozzy Osbourne, you run me the wrong way. Too many the Celtic cross with 4 Celtics inside it in the open spaces. That always scares the fuck out of me. Never mind, he also has the classic We the People tattoo.
Yeah,
that's a red flag.
That tattoo makes me think like, oh, you've seen some crosses burn.
Yeah, he was flagged by, this is true, flagged by fellow soldiers as a possible insider. He was in the National Guard. Flagged as a possible insider extremist threat from his supervisors. The tattoos represented things they didn't like of white nationalism and racism, and he got kicked out of the National Guard. There's your boss. Then
But he was
became a Fox
clean-shaven.
News host, and now is the detective of war.
But he always shaved, though. You know,
He always shaved.
and he loved walking around, commenting on how hot all his army
Looking
brethren
good.
were.
But he said no homo, so you know.
Right.
Yeah, with a wink.
Here's what I was playing before, just a cute little clip of Sella Ted Cruz telling us, hey, why are we being so bipartisan even though our partisans fucking evil shit you don't want to get behind? I don't know why we can't be full on partisan together.
And tragically, this pattern keeps on happening. Now,
Because you make it
Senator
happen,
Booker
dude.
also said we should have bipartisan agreement. I think that's a great idea. We should have bipartisan agreement. How about we all come together and say, let's stop murders? How about we all come together and say, let's stop rape? How about we all come together and say, let's stop attacking pedophiles? I want you to look at what happened.
Wait,
And
what?
You heard it right.
And tragically, this pattern keeps on happening. Now, Senator Booker also said we should have bipartisan agreement. I think that's a great idea. We should have bipartisan agreement. How about we all come together and say, let's stop murders? How about we all come together and say, let's stop rape? How about we all come together and say, let's stop attacking pedophiles? I want you to look at what happened.
No, he doesn't even and then he goes on about other shit. But he doesn't even think to go, and I want you to wait a minute. What did I just fucking say? I just heard myself. Anyway, let's move on. You guys don't care anyway. Who gives a shit what I just said? Right? I saw this online. Do you guys think Jeffrey Epstein said the N-word, or do you think that's where he drew the line? No. Don't say that around me. Some sad news. Rite Aid stores, Rite Aid, the drugstore, all the stores have now closed. Rite Aid says, we thank our loyal customers for their many years of support. They closed the remaining 89 stores due to bankruptcy woes. They were like, what if we lock up everything? I'll miss them. I'll miss Rite Aid. I remember I was there at Rite Aid and I had pink eye somehow. And I went to look for over-the-counter pink eye medicine. And I asked, was it even pink eye? No, I think it was, I don't know if it was a sty or pink eye, the same thing. Anyway, I asked where the eye medicine was to one of the clerks there. Clerks is a big word. And, can you point me that direction? And the kid said, oh, are you married? Like, well, what's that to do with anything? Like, well, are you just saying if you're married? I'm like, no, but kinda. So what? Like, oh, did she poot on your pillow? Like, what? What's happening? What? And I go, did you ask did she fart on my pillow? And he goes, yeah, that's how you get it. This isn't behind the glass, by the way. Just point me in the fucking direction. And I go, I don't know. I'll have to ask her. Because she's in for it. She pooted on my pillow.
That's how this happened.
Yeah. So with their customer service, I don't know how they went out of business, but they did have sty medicine and pink eye medicine.
We don't have Rite Aid here, so
right. Well, you don't have to worry about it. All right. They don't have it here either, apparently. Apparently they don't have it anywhere. Rest in peace. So, in conclusion, let's talk about what we discussed. Shall we, gentlemen?
Oof.
Let's see. It's very funny if you. I know somebody that works at a bank, and they could see when you make little statements. When you transfer money, they do get to see that, of course. And somebody is seeing that you blow yourself if you if you decide to do that joke. You'll be giving somebody a good time. People like Blaine and people like Rick. That's the goddamn truth. The Rapture is tonight.
Oh, shit. And I did this podcast?
Well, you had a lot of words to say.
You just fucked us, Keith.
You like hanging with us. You know it. Jane Goodall died. We learned so much. What else? Shoe Booty's forgiven, but didn't make me look like a goddamn fucking idiot, but I'm not even thinking about it. Let's see here. Apparently,
Flags.
What's that?
Flags.
We covered these comedians that are coming back saying, I learned a lesson. Like, nobody was fucking getting the word out. Okay, good for you. Dave Chappelle finds Saudi Arabia a freer country than America. That makes a lot of sense, you fucking asshole. Let's see here. Let's see. Saudi Arabia, EA Games. I do love Josh's joke. Flight Simulator is about to be fucked up. Let's see here. Oh, can't wait till Mark Sanchez comes back. Are they going to bring it up at all?
I don't think he's coming back from this one.
You can't, right? We missed you last week.
There is no way. Now he's also on pace to become like a fucking MAGA politician now, because like you gotta do a bunch of dumb, crazy shit.
You're right.
And be a complete asshole. And yeah, he's a shoo-in for like Secretary of State.
I think you're right. Along with John Rocker.
And then all these MAGA football fans. Oh, the great Mark Sanchez we always loved watching with the butt fumble, and
Right. We loved the butt fumble. It was creative. He was making a joke about the establishment.
It was football art.
Taylor Swift. I might be a bigger Swiftie than Liz. Okay. Unless she's deliberately playing silly on these tests.
I think she is.
Well, she did do it in 12 seconds. Like she's
right. Record time. It is funny that The Rock's first serious movie was a letdown. He's like, can we still be stuck in Jumanji? Is that possible? Okay. I did enjoy the movie One Battle After Another. It is sad that Nicole Kidman, they love showing pictures of her without a ring now. TMZ, very dramatic. And she is so skinny, though. Like, she was not eating those snacks at AMC. I don't know if it's from the breakup or just Holly Weird, but man, you're seeing a skeleton.
Eminem's probably pays her just to be holding like a box just to show off, like, hey, we'll sponsor you.
Right.
Like, fine, but I'm not eating them.
Right. Let's see here. People that say you're welcome, stop it. You didn't do me that big of a fucking favor. If you didn't lend me over $1,000, I don't need to hear you're welcome. I think that's fair, right?
Yeah, just a little, no sweat.
Right, no sweat.
Also, if I'm not directly behind you, don't hold the door.
You're making it about you. You're holding the door for you.
Yes, you're doing it for you. Okay, I don't want to have to sprint. Okay,
I'm gonna start staying in there with my arms folded and wait till they go. I'm working on other stuff right now. Don't worry about it.
Do your trick where you look at your watch and that meant it was time to go in the other direction.
Right.
Oh.
I really would do that. For those who don't know what he's saying, when I'm so bad at directions, and before the phone and the map that I overuse. I use the phone as a map as often as like I would write down orders as a waiter. Someone's like, I'll take a Sprite. I take pen to paper, Sprite. I literally write it down. That's how much I use the phone for direction going around a corner. So before the phone, I would get lost a lot. But when it takes me like a block or two to figure out if I'm going the right way. And then because strangers are around, I don't want to look stupid turning around. So I look at my watch and I go, oh, this way to the meeting. I got to go all of a sudden. All right. That's how I did not look silly on the streets. Bad Bunny, if it upsets you so much because the algorithm is telling you to, then you might be a racist. John Rocker, piece of dog shit. My dad, nothing's fucking original in his whole life. He compares everything. Even when he talked to me, he compared himself to Jesus. Dad, I know you catfished, that I catfished you, and I know that you hit on my ex-wife, but I know all this. He's like, you know what? Let's not discuss that. Let's just discuss that if Jesus Christ on the cross could forgive them for them not knowing what they do, then I could forgive you. Like, oh, somehow not only do you not admit what you did, you're Jesus. Oh, that's great. That's fantastic. The radical left has chosen to shut down the government. Some would have you believe. If you don't like somebody, you know what they're going to start doing? You ever see those like Instagram reels where supposedly somebody puts a bucket over a stranger's head at a Home Depot, then puts a bucket on their head. Then the asshole takes his bucket off and is looking, what? Who put buckets on our fucking head? They're going to start doing that with Mexican hats. Nobody's going to get it, but somebody's going to die.
Yep.
I don't know why you think this is funny, but I think I'm going to kill you. If the Republicans would like it, if you would stop attacking pedophiles, maybe you don't know the whole story, way too many fucking tattoos that are fucking odd.
That
There's
chest
no.
one does freak me out
Yes.
because
Yeah.
it looks like it's out of American History X.
It does. It
Mhm.
really fucking does. And you were kicked out of the National Guard? I didn't know that.
Yeah, that also adds a whole nother layer.
Yeah. You're too much for the fucking hardcore men.
Of the
You know
National
what I
Guard.
mean? Of the National Guard. Let's see here. That's everything. All right. This is another chance that we saved the world, and I hope we did okay.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Now that we're definitely not getting Rapture tonight, now that me and Rick have done this.
Right.
There's still another episode of Peacemaker.
Wouldn't
And
it
they're
be the
not going to
craziest?
play that in heaven.
Would it be the craziest thing? We just disappeared right now.
God, this is the time. Let's do it. You could do the
Yeah.
funniest thing right
You
now.
could just- yeah.
Blaine, is there anything the audience should know? Do you want to give any final thoughts?
Well, I want to say thank you to, was it Greg that sent the letter?
Greg with 3 Gs, yes.
Yes, that letter was thank you for enjoying the show I was on, and it makes me feel good that you got something out of what I said, because talking about that stuff isn't easy. But when I make a promise to be an open book, I'm gonna do it.
Nice.
And that just hearing that made me feel good. So thank you very much for that.
Yeah, I loved you on that show, and I love that the people got something out of it too. Even because it's embarrassing when even you're the one being abused, and it's embarrassing. So yes, it's good you share it. No pressure then. Rick, do you want to have anything you want to say to your pal Pete?
I really appreciate the feedback and much love to you and your family. And then Keith, also, I really wish you would have had me go first, because Blaine's show was like he was open and like honest and told this like really like deep,
Right.
heartfelt story. And all I did was rant about football and politics. So you kind of fubbed that one, dude.
You made people cry. I have that from multiple sources. People love the teacher talk, saving them from ICE, being there like a father figure you see in a TV show. I told you what goes on in my school, and friends of mine that no gym teacher gave a fuck like you do. Obviously, teaching a chemistry also, but people teaching coaching. I mean, I've never seen it the way you described it, and yes, that's it's wonderful, and you're a good person as well.
Well, thanks, man.
You bet. You hear that, Jesus? Let's wait it out.
Yeah.
Come on, any second now.
I did the best I could, guys. The rest is up to you.
Why am I still here?
Thank you both very much. I love yous, and we'll talk to you soon.
You're welcome.